Hello, everyone, and welcome to another wonderful week through the Enchanted Spreads. The Enchanted Spreads are meant to hit on some of the harsher points in life through fairy tales and folklore, but they are meant to give us more guidance for us so that we can understand the lessons in them. Now, these are some of the grim stories, so they are a little bit darker, but there is definitely purpose in every story. This is the Nixie of Mill Pond. This is a story about a man who makes a deal with a Nixie. Well, in our case here, we'll say Nixie like fairy, if you will. Okay, nonetheless, these are ones, again, you do not mess with. These ones here, they take their promises and they take your word and they hold it, okay? So when you make a deal with them, you have to follow through with it. That's very important. Well, the father had made a deal of his firstborn son to give it to the Nixie. And Nixie was one who would get him to love and get him to trust, and then it would take his life. So this was a very difficult situation. Now, the father, not thinking much of it at the time, just wanted what he needed at the moment to be able to get by. He made the deal anyways. And then, of course, his son came along, and he had so much love for his son, and he realized that deal he made was just something he couldn't keep. See, it was easy to make the deal when he didn't have a son, but once he had one, he realized the love of a father, and it totally changed his mindset. So he tried to get his son to never to love. He asked his son to never go near water, to never to feel, never to remember, and to never truly love. Now, of course, these are almost impossible tasks to do, but the son did try, much like his father taught him. That way he could never fall in love with the Nixie, and his life never would be taken from him. Now, in this story, the son unfortunately does end up falling in love. The Nixie actually gets him to realize how much he has loved, but it is for someone else. Now, this story gets even more dramatic because unfortunately he is taken away. And his widow cries and mourns for him in such a way. Now, this story shows how it affects not only the person who created the promise, but all the people who are around it. And this is much like the story for many of us, how one person's actions can greatly affect all of those around us. It's like dominoes, how sometimes we can pay for what our parents' decisions are, and how we have to sometimes grieve things that we never even knew that we really wanted or that we really deserved. This story is all about understanding that you cannot make deals and then break them. There are consequences to every action. You can also never run from your emotions. Though you may try to be closed off and harsh, memories are forever. You can't ever forget the way you felt or how someone makes you feel. You'll never forget that moment where you truly find love and you feel that sense of happiness. This also tells you, though, that there can be a sense of recovery. There can be a sense of healing if only you are to face those battles. Don't run from them. Had the son actually went and faced those fears and faced all the things that his father had told him to forget, he actually would have been able to find a way to outsmart the Nixie here. This story tells you to be cautious of things, but also to learn that everything is a stepping stone as well. There's a lesson that can be found in all of this, but also know that you cannot always clean up someone else's mess either. Hold people accountable for the things that they say. And also, avoidance will never get you anywhere. All of those years he wasted teaching his son not to love when he could have embraced him and loved him and showed him compassion, despite the transgressions that his father had made. So if this card is coming to you, understand that though there may be consequences to other people's actions you may have to face, there is a way to still find a way through. There's a way to make this situation and turn it around to be something better. And also, it's okay to feel emotions throughout the process, good or bad. I hope that you guys enjoyed this Enchanted spread. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. What's the style?